And these are the matchups we live for, a battle between conference rivals.
Absolutely. There's some extra motivation behind this one, so I'm expecting to see the energy and intensity ramp up.
And this game not only means more to the players, it means more to the fans. This building is going to be loud.
Now here's Plum. For three, Neko Gumake. The rebound by Asia Wilson. Pass to Gray. Young.
Now Talbot.
Over Atkins. Talbot, no good. Now here's Hamby. She's guarded closely. Gumake outside. Atkins. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hamby. Shot from the wing. That shot, no good.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Smith, right side. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
On offense, her team will take that all day. Melissa Smith, a skilled finisher on the inside.
Outside Plum. Hamby a screen. And a foul on the shot. She'll go to the stripe for 2.
Originally drafted by San Antonio, Kelsey Plum was a part of the first 7 Las Vegas Aces seasons.
Yeah, it's a bit odd seeing her in another uniform, but she made an incredible impact in Vegas, part of those 2 title teams, forever a legend in the desert.
And she makes the first.
Well, it wasn't an easy start to the career of Kelsey Plum, but she's made serious strides.
Well, she goes first overall in 2017, scores about 9 points per game her first 3 seasons, tears her Achilles, misses 2020, but then after that injury, a perennial all-star scoring about 18 per contest.
She hits both from the stripe.
And the Sparks trading for Kelsey Plum. What a major statement from that front office.
Yeah, they gave up the 2nd overall pick in 2025 to get Kelsey. I think it was a solid move. The Sparks have lacked an elite scoring guard like Plum, and it's sending a clear message. We don't just want to win, we want to win now.
Now here's Plum. Pass to Burrell. Lets the 3 fly. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great communication between teammates there.
Gray outside. Goes up on the baseline. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pass to Plum. Ogumake. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Kelsey Plum.
Zero hesitation. That's how Nneka Ogumake plays. When she gets the ball, she wants to fire.
Now Talbot.
Young. Gray up top to stop the run. Good on the triple.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Turning into a 3-point contest.
Now here's Plum. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Atkins up top. 3-pointer. Wilson pulls it down. Las Vegas trailing. Here's Gray. Smith outside. Launches a 3. And the aces another 3.
Selective in when she takes threes. Smith is effective from deep, and that really helps his team with spacing.
Pass to Ogumake. Now Hamby. Here's Plum. Gray defending. 3-pointer Kelsey Plum. Buries the long-range jumper.
Looks like she took that last 3 a little personal.
Hey, do you blame her? That was some payback right there.
Here's Wilson. Here's Talbot. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the left wing. Gray. Another three for Las Vegas.
Making a statement. Gray saw that three go in on one end, had to answer on the other. Just so competitive.
Now here's Atkins. Outside Plum. Atkins up top. The three is up. It's hauled in by the Aces. Gray outside. Back to Wilson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and she'll shoot one more at the line.
And not only has A'ja Wilson won MVP awards, she also has multiple Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
Yeah, the key there, Blake, is plural. I mean, she's got a bunch of them. And so when we watch Wilson, we are no doubt watching the best two-way player in the game. Plus, you think she's added that three-point shot as well a couple of years ago. The only question with A'ja Wilson is, what can she do?
Well, after winning her third MVP in 2024, no one has won that award more than A'ja Wilson.
Yeah, picking up number 3 at just 28 years old. Wilson's on a trajectory we have never seen. A fourth MVP would set a new league record. Such a perceptive player, Ogumake has a great feel for which shots she can make.
Pass to Wilson. Young. Back to Wilson. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line. That's on Cameron Brink.
So productive inside. Wilson is assertive down low and is always looking to make her mark.
Another great draft class this season. Tim, any thoughts on these rookies?
Yeah, I really like them. It's a great group. They have so much skill. But one thing I'll say, just to keep in mind for everybody, let's give them a couple of seasons before we rush to major judgments.
Well, I agree with you, Tim. And how's that for a change? But seriously, we've seen players struggle as rookies and then turn into stars. So really, it just takes time to become a great WNBA player.
That's also good, so she hits them both. And the Aces selecting A'ja Wilson with the first pick back in the 2018 draft. That was a franchise-changing moment.
Absolutely. Wilson has now won a few MVPs and multiple titles with the Aces, proving that when you add a generational player like A'ja, it can change everything.
Now here's Gray. She has 6. Smith outside. To Gray, launches it. It drops for her 3rd basket, and she's only missed 1 shot.
An excellent cutter who plays well without the ball. Defenders have to lock in on Gray.
Pass to Burrell. To the paint. Here's Hamby. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, you're not going to pass up that type of look.
The Aces with the lead. Outside Young, shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Smith. And another shot. And it's Wilson missing.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Bambi outside. Back to Plum. Out to Ogumake. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Nalissa Smith. Now the Aces with it. Gray outside. Pass to Young. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually. But they were going to get her there one way or the other.
Now here's Wheeler. Outside Plum. And you can count it. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Clever play by Plum, going right into the defense to draw a foul and get the and-one opportunity.
After just 15 starts in a rookie season, Cameron Brink unfortunately suffered a torn ACL.
Yeah, a horrible break for Cameron and the LA Sparks. She went second overall in 2024. A two-way star you can build around. It is great to have her back in action for LA.
Something we all know about Kelsey Plum is she's got the heart of a true competitor. No matter the time or place, she's always playing her hardest to get the win.
Now here's Wilson. She's got 5. The high post shot. She clings that one off the back iron and it falls.
She will make you throw your hands up as a defender. It just frustrates you because you just don't know how to play her.
Here's Plum. She's got 8. Low block shot. Another one falls for the Sparks.
Well, when Kelsey Plum is getting buckets inside, it's scary because she already does so much damage with her playmaking and perimeter game.
Now here's Wilson. She's got 7. Nice form on the 20-footer.
This game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides. This is much-watched basketball.
Let's hope they keep it up.
Pass to Burrell.
To the inside. Here's Ogumake. The basket drops, and she gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up for her.
And the number 1 pick all the way back in 2012, Nneka Ogumake is still playing at a top level.
Oh, we're talking about someone who won an MVP back in 2016. You look at Nneka's recent numbers, they're pretty similar to that MVP year. Adding that three-point shot has really extended her career.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Well, I mean, when you look around the league, one of the most respected players has to be Nneka Ogumake.
And a lot of that comes from her job as union president. Ogumake has done an incredible job with players' rights. She's so beloved around the league.
Well, usually she's providing the pass. Young has to be happy to be on the receiving end of a catch and shoot. More than willing to fire.
Pass to Hamby. Now here's Plum. Out to Ogumake from downtown. Missed it. Shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Outside Carter. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
She was 1 step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
Wheeler with it. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Hamby with the ball. Parker Tyus is there. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
The intensity of Hamby, great at going up strong, forcing the issue.
And last season was De'Erica Hamby's 10th in the W, and no doubt about it, her best.
Well, over her first 9 years, she averaged just about 9 points per game. Last year, that average jumped to 17, embracing an increased scoring role.
First free throw is good.
But you can trust De'Erica Hamby to deliver all-out effort on the floor. She really puts in the work to make the most of her minutes, and she can be a difference maker for this team.
That misses, so she splits the free throws.
Well, when you think about the best organization in the W, Las Vegas has to be near the top of the list.
I mean, no team has won more over the last 5 years, but also no one has invested more with their own dedicated practice facility, improved arena as well. Well, the Aces are very serious about winning.
Here's Martin.
Shot clock at 6. From the line. Las Vegas grabs the miss. Here's Lloyd.
And that one coming off an assist by Cheyenne Parker-Tyus.
Sometimes it looks like Lloyd can do anything she wants out there. She is such a tough cover.
Pass to Cannon. Brink.
And here's Hamby.
She's guarded by Parker-Tyus.
And it's good at the buzzer. Wow!
And what a bonus for them to end the quarter as she beats the buzzer.
Now that is how you use every last second on the clock.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Aces on top, up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And now the second quarter just getting set to begin. And guys, what's your take on the Aces so far?
The ball movement from them in the first half, absolutely terrific.
Very timely passing from them, and that's fun to watch.
Now here's Parker-Tyus.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her.
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
Here's Wheeler. Back to Hamby.
Martin.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Now here is Lloyd. And we played through the first minute here in the second. The tray. It's hauled in by Wheeler.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
It's stolen by Turner.
Now here's Carter.
Guarded by Wheeler. And that one's good.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Hamby. Now Wheeler. She tries for 3.
They grab their own miss.
And the basket is good.
Great positioning from Hamby. Excellent work on the offensive glass.
The Aces with the lead. Outside Carter. Parker-Tyus outside.
Lloyd from long range. Buries it from 3-point range.
I like the assist. She knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be placed.
Outside Wheeler. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Aces.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Turner.
Parker-Tyus on the right.
Chelsea Gray for 3. Hamby grabs the miss. Now the Sparks with it. 7-point differential. Back to Wheeler. Let's go with a 3. It's not going to go for her.
Parker-Tyus up top.
Guarded by Wheeler. Gray outside.
Back to Parker-Tyus.
Pass to Lloyd. Gray outside. Puts up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jewel Lloyd.
A smart player. Gray plays to her strengths and generally makes quick and precise decisions.
And the Sparks call time here.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play. Hamby up top. She's got 7.
Pass to Brink.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Wheeler. From outside the arc. Goes back up. And Hamby with the lay-in.
And that's De'Erica Hamby's favorite place to operate. Just terrific inside.
Now the Aces with it. Carter a screen. And Chelsea Gray, here we go. Outside Carter. Pass to Young. Now Gray. Jacks up a 3. Chelsea Gray missing again. Now here's Atkins. She's tightly guarded. Now Wheeler. And here's Agumake. Back to Wheeler. From the arc. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. She is 1 for 4.
Well, how about Wheeler this time getting the feed? Ready to shoot off the pass. Normally, Eric is the one dropping dimes.
Now here's Carter. 5 points in the game. It's stolen by De'Erica Hamby. Outside Wheeler. Atkins. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And I think Atkins is the type of player that is equally effective on or off the ball.
Pass to Turner. Outside Young. Outside Carter. 4 on the clock. Over Atkins. And another miss by Las Vegas. The Sparks trailing. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
From past the arc. Kept alive. Back to Wheeler. The 3. Good. And De'Erica Hamby gets the assist. And that'll tie this game up.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Outside Carter. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Back-to-back titles in 2022 and 23. The Aces have been the franchise in this league.
They've been to the semifinals in each of the last 6 playoffs. And guys, there is a clear expectation in Sin City. Win it all.
Here's Talbot, looking for her first basket still in this one. Gray outside. Back to Young. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Wheeler. Ogumake outside. To the middle. Here's Hamby. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
That's where you like your shots to come from.
And here are the Aces now, trailing by 2.
Now a timeout called by Las Vegas. Lots of fantastic players in this league, no doubt about it. But who do you consider the most versatile?
I'll go with Napheesa Collier. She pretty much fills it up everywhere on the stat sheet. Whether it's points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, Collier gives you everything.
And you mentioned those numbers. I mean, she's been a Defensive Player of the Year as well. You know, Collier can guard or play basically every position. You know, Napheesa Collier is a superstar with serious versatility.
Now Talbot.
Outside Lloyd, inside. And it's good. Fought through the contact, hit the shot, and she'll go to the line.
Oh, a great player in this league for a long time. Jewel Lloyd took home the 2023 scoring title.
Yeah, scoring almost 25 points per game. If you remember when Stewie left Seattle, Lloyd picked up the scoring load, proving she is more than capable of being a #1 option.
Well, it's a bit odd seeing Jewel Lloyd out there not in a Storm uniform, you know?
Yeah, from going first overall in 2015 to 6 All-Star appearances, 2 titles. Lloyd spent her first 10 seasons with the Storm, and no doubt she's still got plenty of fans in Seattle.
Plum can't hit. The Aces with the lead. Outside Young. Back to Wilson. Up top Young. Clock at 6. Pass to Carter. Here's the 3. Neko Ogumike pulls it in. And the Sparks with possession here.
Here's Brink.
It's good, and she drew the contact on the shot, so she'll go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Well, I know we're all happy to see Cameron Brink out there after she tore her ACL last season.
Only got to play in 15 games as a rookie, but we saw the talent that made her the 2nd overall pick, with Brink averaging over 2 blocks per game.
And that one misses. Las Vegas trailing. Pass to Gray. Outside Young. Takes the 3. Hamby grabs the miss.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Atkins up top. Plum.
Brink a screen.
Down low. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Kelsey Plum.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Gray. 15 points in the game. Jackie Young drives in. Count it. Good.
With lightning quickness and a great handle, Young can drive at will. And you really can't double her because she's so good at passing the ball.
Ogumike outside. Hamby. That ball is good for another field goal, her 6th, and she's at a 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. Gray outside. Wilson the screen from deep. And it's Gray missing.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Brink.
And she makes good on the layup.
Effective moving the ball from the front court. Hamby's a willing passer.
Now the Aces with it. It's a 5-point game. Gray outside. Back to Young. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, late reaction for the defense. She's always going to convert that.
Jackie Young, a talented guard who scores at such an impressive clip.
Here's Plum. 10 points for her. Inside. And stolen by Asia Wilson. Here's Smith. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. Chelsea Gray just dominant in this game.
Her decision-making simply flawless today. Nothing but quality shots from her in the first half. She wasn't forcing anything.
Yeah, but I think here in the second half, they may want her to be a little more assertive and start taking more shots, even the tough ones.
Fires from deep.
Offensive rebound. Here's Talbot.
She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Wilson gets it to go. It's all knotted up.
And this is where you get Wilson the ball. A skilled interior player who's comfortable attacking from that spot.
Now here's Plum. Outside Atkins. Back to Plum. The three. Rebound by the Aces.
Smith outside.
Pass to Gray. Wilson. She's covered by Hamby. For the lead. Good D by De'Erica Hamby. So it's the Sparks now. Plum with it. 10 points for her. Second chance shot. And the basket by Hamby.
Nimble move by Hamby, getting around the contact into the shot.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Wilson. Over Hamby. The bucket is good, and she'll have a chance for one more. It's on De'Erica Hamby.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever, the shots are falling for her.
Well, this season, we had the Golden State Valkyries, and it's the first expansion team since Atlanta in the late 2000s.
Yeah, and soon the WNBA will expand to Canada with the Toronto Tempo starting play next year. Plus, you got the rebirth of the Portland franchise.
Hey, those are two basketball-crazed areas joining the fold. Personally, I'm really excited for the Seattle-Portland rivalry to be renewed.
And that one falls, and that puts them up. It's a one-point game now. And here are the Sparks now. Pass to Agumake. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Ariel Atkins.
A capable distributor, Atkins is able to see the big picture within the game.
Here's Wilson. Over Hamby. That one off the back iron and out. Over to the wing. Here's Burrell. And a miss there on the triple. Now Young. She's got 8. Wilson. Here's Talbot. Kicks it out to Wilson. Good for another basket. She's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, just an elegant offensive weapon. Wilson has way too many go-to moves to count. Defenses have a hard time keeping up with her.
Now here's Plum. 10 points for her. Out to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside.
Well, at the arc, Plum can be lights out. She's got really great accuracy.
And here's Gray. She's got 15. Talbot. Up again. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Second chance points can just be so deflating for the defensive team.
Plum with it. Gray picks her up. Outside Plum. Ogumake. Out to Atkins. For 3. It's hauled in by Melissa Smith.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
In each of her first 5 years in the league, Ariel Atkins was voted all defense.
Yeah, she made the U.S. gold medal winning team for the Tokyo Games on the strength of her defense. Always in great condition. Atkins never runs out of energy chasing around those guards.
Now here's Plum. She's got 13.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
Here's Gray. Pass to Wilson. The jump hook. And she gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Here's Plum. Outside Atkins. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Kelsey Plum.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Gray outside. Stolen by Plum. Ogumake outside. Lets it go from deep. Cans it from downtown.
Riding the wave of momentum, Ogumake is feeling it and attacking the defense with ferocity.
And the Aces call time here. One player who's been getting it done, Nneka Ogumake.
She has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit the damage she's doing inside.
Here's Wilson. She's got 23. Out to the wing. Gray outside. Back to Wilson. It's good, and that takes her to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
And Wilson likes asserting her dominance inside, just brushing off the defense.
Now here's Plum. 13 points in this game. There's the three. Alyssa Smith grabs the miss. And it's the Aces with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Young. Carter. Gray. She's guarded by Plum. Wilson, left side. Just 5 on the clock. Kelsey Gray for 3.
And rebounded by Brink.
Pass to Plum. Hamby. No good on the 3. Gray outside. Wilson outside. Carter with it.
And it's Brink picking her up. And Erica Hamby is going to pick up the foul.
And that is her 3rd foul so far. Now here's Gray. She's got 15. Clock at 6. Carter, the 3 ball. And no good. Here's Burrell, covered by Smith. Outside Plum. Hamby.
Pass to Brink.
The shot from the low post is good.
Love the selfless, intelligent play by Hamby. Puts the ball into the wide open shooter's hands.
Gray outside. Outside Carter. Now here's Smith. She's covered by Hamby. Count it, and she'll have a chance for the 3-point play. It's on to Erica Hamby.
Relentless effort from Smith pays off big time. Headed to the line and got the shot to go.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for her.
Well, it's still early in her career. Lots of room for Alyssa Smith to grow, and that's scary.
Outside Wheeler. Gets it to go from downtown.
Carter with it. She's got 5. Pass to Wilson. Young.
Fires from the line.
Brink grabs the miss.
Now Wheeler.
She's got 9.
Now here's Agumake.
Outside Plum.
Outside Wheeler. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And the Sparks another 3.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
Now here's Gray. She's got 15.
If you don't stay grounded when defending an intelligent scorer like Wilson, she'll make you pay 8 out of 7 days a week.
No good on the free throw.
And the second free throw, good.
The Sparks leading.
Pass to Martin. Wheeler.
For 3. It's hauled in by the Aces.
Wilson outside.
Sinks that one from the post. And the Sparks with possession here. The lead is 2.
Pass to Martin. Wheeler.
Top of the key jumper, no good.
Here's Wilson.
28 points for her. Chelsea Gray for 3. Out to Lloyd. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land.
As a defense, you can't let that happen. Let Lloyd step into a jumper. Too deadly to allow the catch and shoot.
Shot on the wing.
And Cameron Brink is going to pick up the foul.
That will get her 4th foul of the game. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, and we've still got a close one. Aces ahead. They're up by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Outside Wheeler. Off target with the three. The Aces with the lead. Pass to Turner. Young. Here's Talbot. Here's Carter. Drops in the tray.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Wheeler. There's the triple. Turner grabs the board.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burnt.
Outside Young. Outside Carter. Pass to Turner. Shoots over Wheeler. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Great recognition from Turner right there. Knew how much time she had and let it rip on the catch and shoot.
Now here's Wheeler. For three. The Sparks, no good that time either. Up top, Young. And we made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5.
Now here's Carter.
Guarded by Wheeler.
Carter misses.
The Sparks trailing.
Now Martin.
Outside Atkins.
Wheeler.
There's the three. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Got to watch out for Wheeler's jumper. She can beat opponents from all over the court.
Pass to Talbot.
Back to Carter.
And here's Young from outside the arc.
And rebounded by Brink.
To the paint. Ogumake.
She's guarded by Parker Tyus.
Ogumake inside.
Parker Tyus is there. Brink a screen.
Wheeler. Another miss by Erica Wheeler. And here are the Aces now. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Young. This one for three. It's hauled in by Wheeler.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
Atkins with it. Now Young defending. And it's Atkins missing.
Now here's Turner. Brink covering. Parker Tyus the screen.
Here's Carter. And she converts the layup.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Yeah, well, no one's ever going to argue with more offense, and that's exactly what we're getting.
I'm not going to argue with you, Brian. Let's see more offense.
And the Sparks call time here.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Now here's Plum.
Outside Wheeler. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Atkins. Fires the three. Rebound by the Aces. Here's Gray. They set the pick. Now Carter. Back to Gray. Now Wilson. She's covered by Hamby. From 18 feet away. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Explosive first step with an accurate mid-range J. It's part of what makes Wilson so tough to guard.
Now here's Plum.
Here's the three. Asia Wilson grabs the board. Pass to Gray. Back to Wilson. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
Very good possession. They've never lost their focus as this game has gone along.
And now that we're moving deeper into the fourth, it's at the point where they add a few more points to the lead and they can put this one away for good.
Absolutely.
Now here's Smith. Gray outside. Pass to Wilson. Over Hamby. And the Aces tack on 2 more.
Well, offensively, Brian, they've been really special.
Yeah, you nailed it, Tim. No matter what the defense has thrown at them, they've just kept piling up the points.
And more points.
Now here's Plum. Ariel Atkins on the wing. The Sparks, no good that time either. Outside Carter. The three-pointer off the mark. Now the Sparks with it. They trail by 11. Outside Plum. Hamby a screen. Tries to snap the cold streak. Again, the miss by the Sparks. And it's the Aces with the ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Outside Carter. Pass to Gray. Wilson sets a screen. Fires it. And it's Gray missing. Now here's Wheeler. And here's Plum. Burrell. The Sparks, no good that time either. Here's Carter. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her. That one on Wheeler. And the first one falls for her. Both shots good from the stripe. Atkins with it. Pass to Burrell. Now Ogumake. Here's Hamby. Here's Plum. Gray defending. Plum misses.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off.
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
And the Sparks with possession here. It's a 13-point game. They need this. Asia Wilson grabs the board.
She's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
Pass to Atkins. Ogumake outside. Again, the miss by the Sparks. It's stolen by Hamby. Now the Sparks moving it up. Makes it off the glass.
0 problems running rim to rim for Hamby. A gifted athlete, her long strides make up lots of ground quick.
Gray outside. Outside Carter. Back to Gray. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Ogumake with the rebound.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the three.
And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Standing at 6'2", Ogumake isn't a tree inside, but she is as good of a leaper as you'll see. That really helps her finish.
Now here's Gray. To the middle. The turnaround. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
She's had such a steady hand, and I think watching this game, she's the one responsible for getting them this lead late.
Yeah, her shooting percentage is unreal right now. Just so dependable here today.
Back to Plum, and there's the 3-second violation.
Boneheaded play, guys. Plain and simple.
And mistakes like that are going to make it very hard for them to get out of this hole.
And that's part of the reason why they're in this hole.
And the Aces call time here. The Aces making a switch. Pass to Gray. Young takes the three. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to the spurt that they're having.
And why put on the brakes now, Tim? I say just keep on firing.
Man, Brian, you want to run up the score?
Now here's Hamby. Asia Wilson with some nice D. Here's Gray. 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Talbot. Smith outside. Young. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Neko Ogumake with the rebound. So it's the Aces winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
It makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in a good flow, you felt like they never had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And that's a wrap, everyone.